Holding someone's income hostage is also a form of financial abuse. You should know that when you're being explicit about this behavior, you're causing psychological harm to a human being.
All right, this one's going to be a little bit different.
Okay.
It's going to be called like the anatomy of an E-Beggar or something like that. So I've noticed on the internet recently, the E-begging is out of control. Like, I mean out of control.
Give me the money. Give me the money. Okay?
When you say e-begging, you mean like content creators shilling hardcore.
Yeah. So content creators, God, I hate that term. Just begging and begging and begging for donations. Now, let me say off the top, I've got no problem with creators asking for support. You know, here's my Patreon, here's my PayPal link, Subscribestar, memberships, you name it. All that stuff is par for the course. But it's when people take that and have this sense of like self-entitlement that if you're watching their content, you have to give, you have to donate.
They're like Netflix.
So we're going to be looking at 3 people today. There's Aaron Imholt. You know Aaron Imholt? He was the guy in the spa with Nick Recator.
Oh yeah, and the two chicks, the wives.
Yeah. The second one is a New York-based comedian called Gino Bisconti. Now, I found out about Gino Bisconti through Aaron Imholt because those two were buddies, right? But Aaron, if you haven't been following the law, is in trouble with the law for sending Gino Bisconti a nude photo of Nick Recator's wife.
Oh, that's who he sent it to.
Yeah. And the third one is unrelated. I saw Harmful Opinions talking about him yesterday. He's called Salari or Celery, and he's like a lefty bread tuber.
Salari.
Salary, yeah.
My salary. I demand my salary.
But they're going to get progressively worse as we go along. All right, we'll start with Aaron Imholt. Let's go!
Throw in a couple of bucks. It's begging time. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Gift those memberships. Let's get those gifted memberships. Let's get 5 more and knock out that 15 for today.
Okay, so it's not too bad so far. So this is Aaron's show. He calls it the Steel Toe Morning Show.
Okay, so this is the start of the show, right?
No, this is like the end of the show. So he does like 2 shows a day, which is ridiculous. I think he does like 2 hours in the morning and 3 hours at night or something.
Oh my God, you're poor. Oh wait, you don't have a wife anymore?
No, he doesn't have a wife anymore.
Shit.
And yeah, this is like the last 5 minutes. So he's got like a goal for each show that he has to meet. And if he hasn't met that goal in the last 5-10 minutes, he begs and begs and begs and shames and begs. Yeah, so as we go on, you'll see how it intensifies to the point of groveling desperation.
$120 away, 5 minutes to do it. We need these goals. Obviously, we've had to take a lot of days off lately, and we're way behind.
Can I just say, he's had to take a lot of days off recently because of court.
Ooh, right, okay.
I want to keep this show on the air. I want to keep all the people we've got.
Now, I've broken this up into clips. This clip's actually from a guy called Based Pill, and he's got like the full 7 or 8 minutes, but I've just like broken it down into the choice bits. So we're going to see an accelerated 5 minutes.
Okay.
But it just makes it funnier.
Everybody rally. Let's do this thing. We've got 5 minutes left. Smaller audience than the morning show in the evenings, but you guys are very generous. I need you to knock this out. Every dollar we fall behind at this point, it's felt.
So he's borrowed that term from the Keno Casino. Felted,
yeah.
Now, they're an interesting one because Keno Casino pushed the goal fucking hard.
Yeah.
Right? But there's a massive difference.
It's not depressing.
Yeah, exactly. You took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, it's a fun show.
Yeah.
Right? They put on a good show. You're entertained. You're laughing. And you're like, yeah, I'll give these scamps $5.
Yeah, and every single time they get a donation, they always they lose their shit. Like they big up the 5 gifted subs!
Casino tolerator for 50 subs!
Well, wait until you see this guy's reaction to getting a donation. Like, if it's too small, he'll be like, $1.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
No. I've been sitting on this for a while because I don't want to say hate watch, but I sort of interest watch these people. Like, the Recator saga led me to Aaron Imholt, and that led me to Gino Bisconti. And we'll get into him. I'll tell you his story when we get into him. Anyway.
Sweat and gravy over here. I'm worried about the 120. 4 minutes left. The rally has not started. We need you guys.
Does he really think that he's going to get that 120 in the last 4 minutes of his show?
Well, I don't know. I think he's done it before. But he's had this like massive sort of peak in the last few months because he was the guy that got cucked by Ricada. And for some reason that got eyeballs on him. I mean, I started watching his stuff, as I said, just out of like morbid curiosity. So like I wouldn't donate to him, but like he's gotten the eyeballs because of that.
Well, a lot of people were feeling very sorry for this guy as well, weren't they? Because he got pretty screwed over.
He did, but he's a cuck. So it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
He brought it on himself.
He did, yeah.
Please, pretty please, cherries on top, as nice as I can ask. Keep our show on the air. Keep us going. We can't fail. We can't miss.
Now, can I just say, he's got this habit of saying, we've got to stay on the air. Motherfucker, you're not on the air. He's like an old radio guy. He used to do like a local show in like bumfuck Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
And so he was like, the Mornings with Aaron show. And apparently he was like a shock jock for the area. But you're not on the air. Like, doesn't on the air mean on the radio? Like literally radio waves in the air?
Yeah.
The internet isn't the air, Aaron.
Everybody get in. 5, 10, 15, 20 apiece. Let's get this thing done. 3.5 minutes left to go. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats. Come on, guys.
God.
You can see the desperation in his face, can't you?
He's like rubbing his eyebrows and the crease in between his eyebrows like he's stressed the fuck out. Like,
yeah, this is not an entertaining show. I mean, to us it is, because it's just like I said, it's a morbid curiosity.
does it get worse than this?
It gets a lot worse.
Is this just what he does for the next 5 minutes of the show?
This is the end of the show.
For 5 minutes, he just begs.
Yeah. So you're like, oh, that was a great Steel Toe Morning Show episode. But then you're just left with this fucking sour, fucking give us your money. Oh, you're failing us. Oh, we're desperate.
Yeah.
It's just really fucking depressing.
Yeah, way to leave your audience with a good feeling.
Yeah.
We need your help. Let's get this thing knocked out. 115 away. Cannot miss. Cannot lose for another month or so. We got to keep this thing going. Come on now.
Now, like I said, I just want to reiterate, I don't have a problem with people asking for support or asking for donations. I tend to go a different way. I sort of prefer to take on sponsors because then, I don't know, I just think that's corporate money. Let the corporates sort of pay me and you guys watch for free. I'll get paid from them sort of thing.
Exactly. You're not hassling the audience. The worst you're doing is maybe occupying some of their time, but there's the skip button.
Yeah. Now, I do have a Patreon and a Subscribe Star, I think.
Yeah, so do I, but I don't push it.
Yeah, I've got like fucking 10 members or something. There's a Discord server that I'm not in enough. But yeah, I'm not out there pushing it because I prefer the other model.
Cheeseburger pie with $1. Thank you, guys. We need help and we need it now.
Cheeseburger pie with $1. Fuck you, cheeseburger pie. We need help. Donate more.
I can't even buy a fucking cheeseburger with $1. You cheap
115 away. We need the big drops at this point. Too much time has passed. A little under 3 minutes to go.
What is this co-host?
I was just looking at him thinking, he's like depressed being there.
So I think he gets paid. He gets paid like a flat rate to do an episode. And so that's where Aaron's saying, come on, guys, we need to keep this, above water. We need to keep this in the black sort of thing.
Yeah, I got to pay this guy out regardless.
Yeah, because this guy's probably copping, I don't know, $100, $150.
Yeah, whatever's left is what I get.
Yeah.
Please keep us on the air. The begging is here. The begging is real. We need your money. It's the only way we can stay on is you guys contributing to the show. Let's get it going, guys. 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, 100. Who gives a fuck? Throw it at Steel Toe. Let's call it a win. 2 minutes and change left to go. Help me out, guys. Filled with existential dread at this point.
Filled with existential dread at this point. That's going to make you fucking click back, isn't it?
Yikes.
Wow.
120's a lot. We got to make it up. We got to get this thing done. Fuck. Come on, guys. 2 minutes to go. Throw us some cash. Throw us some money. Throw it in. Oh, let's get us back in the black these days. What do you say? Anybody? Minute and a half left to go.
Anybody? Oh, I mean, he may as well be begging on the street.
Yeah, I won't come in here and record with you if I know I'm going to sound depressing. I don't want people to have to listen to that.
I would rather be digging trenches or stacking bricks than begging like that.
We need your help. Nobody. Need it. Come on. Let's do this thing.
fuck.
1 minute to go. 1:15 away.
He's banging the desk now.
Oh, it's insane, isn't it? Anyway, we're near the end of Aaron.
Does he get mad at the end or is he just sad?
No, he's really sad. We're almost there.
45 seconds left to go. Thank you, Buffalo Jockey, for everything you've done tonight. I appreciate that. We need some help here. Oh, we're fucked. Who am I kidding? Tonight's a failure. I'll write down the 110, and hopefully we can make it up the rest of the week, guys. God, I thought this was a good...
Chad Buzmak's lying again.
I really thought this was a good show. I really thought we did enough to...
I thought so, too.
I really thought we were getting overtime tonight. All right, 20 seconds left. PayPal, Streamlabs, fucking please and thank you. If you have any pity, throw us some money. Keep us on the air, this fucking shit show.
You see what I mean? You see why this is like a morbid curiosity watch?
I don't even know what to say.
It's just so like, I mean, I watch it for the opposite reason than he wants people to watch it. I watch it out of sheer like, oh my God, this is so fucking bad. This is so cringe.
It's painful.
Isn't it?
So what, he only gives them overtime if he reaches the goal?
He does like half an hour overtime if he reaches the goal. And then he still begs in that half an
That's
hour.
what I was going to say.
All right, let's get the countdown going here.
They literally count down like a T minus 10.
10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, there we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, I'm going to go to bed.
Wow. What a way to end a show. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to bed.
Imagine that. You're so eager for your show to end that you have to do a fucking countdown.
Yeah.
And it's like 3, 2, 1. All right, screw you, cunts. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Thanks for coming.
I'll be sure to tune in tomorrow, Aaron. Yeah, so this next one is Gino Bisconti. Now, I explained Gino.
So this is his friend.
This is his ex-friend. Gino Bisconti, as I said, he's a New York comedian. He's been around since like fucking 2000 or something. And he worked for Anthony Cumia, you know, Compound Media. So Compound Media was a group of like comedians led by Anthony Cumia. And they had like a subscription-based, you know, sign up to our app and you get all these shows. And Gino had one of those shows. Now, Gavin McGuinness took Compound over and said, look, you're not making any money, fuck off. And so Gino was like, all right, well, I'm going to do my own show from my own place. I'm going to continue it on. So he's now doing it from his house to an audience of like 100, maybe 150 if he's lucky.
Okay.
And this is a couple of weeks ago. He's starting to feel the pain of not having that sweet, sweet Anthony Cumia salary.
I'm telling you guys, I don't have time for this shit. I don't. I like talking to you. I'm committing to the bit. I'm tired of when shit goes awry. Hey, we're the sum of everything that put us here. I am streaming from my apartment. Streaming from, our home. You're going to want to have a fucking membership come tomorrow. Because I'm about this close to changing fucking everything and the pay scale and whatever. Because look, I love the super chats. I love the generosity. But I, again, hold on to the old model. Well, Gene, you got to change. Fuck, I do.
Well, Gino, you kind of do have to change because you don't have a salary anymore.
You got fired,
Yeah.
boy.
I think Gavin McGuinness said you eat what you kill when he took it over. And whether he's at Gavin McGuinness's thing or on his own, the same fucking logic applies. You eat what you kill.
This one's crazy. He's like insolent. He's rude to the people watching him. Like the other guy was just depressing.
Yeah. Well, as I said, these get progressively worse. Wait till you see the fucking third one.
Fuck, I do. I change when it calls for change. I do. But if you guys are telling me that fucking I'm giving this shit away for free, you're like, well, yeah, it's on YouTube. We'll super chat, but you don't. And look, I love everyone. I do.
You're in your fucking apartment live streaming,
Who the fuck do you think you are?
giving it away for free. What the fuck? This isn't a circus.
Nobody has to be there.
Yeah, this isn't a big production. You're a cunt in his lounge room talking to a fucking camera. Man, this is a real learning curve for him, this YouTube thing.
They don't comprehend that their whole survival is based on the audience liking them.
Yeah, and this isn't doing it any favors. I do this shit for free. I'm going to start making a membership only for $20. Who's going to pay $20 a month for this shit? This guy, because I've watched like bits and pieces of this guy, all he does is he sits there and he fucking name drops. He like name drops people in the New York comedy industry as if we know who they are. Like, oh, I was talking to fucking Bob and Dave and fucking Chris from fucking rah rah rah. It's like you're meant to be in this in-group and you're meant to know who they are and it's meant to be funny somehow. But it's shit. It's just shit. There's no content here. It's just him talking shit. I mean, maybe he is like hilarious. I don't know. I haven't seen his show, like his stand-up show. Maybe he's like the bomb, the best comedian ever. I don't know. I wouldn't think so. But yeah, what an entitled
Use the following statement several times a day. I like money. I love it. I use it wisely, constructively, and judiciously.
He's reading from a self-help book now.
What?
Yeah, this is a fucking, what do they call them? Affirmations. You know, affirmations where you like chant things to yourself. I have an abundance of money. I use it wisely. Money comes to me. It flows freely.
Oh, like the gift.
Yeah.
Is that what the book was called? The gift?
Yeah.
If you wish for it enough, it will manifest.
Oh, Gino, what are you doing?
Well, the shit I give away, and like, look, if all of the 150 people that usually come here, hey, I love the members only chat, by the way. If they all were just $5 members, $10 members, you paid $8. And I don't go on Patreon because I don't want to get in the way of Garrett and Steve. I don't.
You see what I mean? He talks about people you don't know that you're meant to know. Now, Garrett and Steve, I am familiar with. They were like the booth boys at Compound Media. And so when they got the arse, they went out themselves and said, okay, let's do our own show. And they seem to be doing all right. They've got a Patreon. They put on a half decent show from what I can tell.
Yeah.
Like it's not just them sitting there bitching about shit.
And they're, from what I gather, doing well on Patreon, and he doesn't want to rain on their Patreon parade.
I think what's really going on in his head is he sort of thinks, hang on, I was the on-air personality. You guys were just the booth boys. So if I start a Patreon and I get less than you, which I probably will, then it's going to be really embarrassing.
It's going to look bad.
Yeah, so he's going to be like too cool for school. Like, no, I don't do that shit. I fucking, I'll leave that to you. You guys can have those crumbs.
Look, I'm doing you a favor.
Yeah, I'm an armchair psychologist, I'm telling you. I know what's going through his head.
But when I hear someone like, hey, I don't have the money for the membership, if you don't have $5 a month, you got to reassess your fucking life.
Well, hang on.
Says you.
Yeah. If you don't have $5 a month, you've got to reassess your life. You're reading affirmations on live stream. Money will come to me in abundance.
In your basement.
This is unbelievable, isn't it? And it gets worse. He's about to get nasty.
Ooh, bring it on.
If you don't have $10 a month for the guy, I'll say it, for the guy that gave you 1,247 In Hot Water episodes, do the math.
In Hot Water is the name of his show, right? So he's saying, the guy who gave you 1,247 In Hot Waters for free, when he didn't, he was being paid by Kumia to do those things.
Exactly.
Right? They're not for free. Fuck off. You were getting paid a salary.
Yeah.
That's like me saying, oh, I released a bunch of videos in like 2016. So how dare you not donate?
I can see how his mind is working though. He's saying, you got all of this for free back then. Now it's time to pay.
Yeah, and it's not time to pay, Gino. Do some more affirmations or make better content.
Do the math. For $1 a month, because you got me, you got Kumia, you got Bill, you got fucking Pat Dixon. $1 a month for 8 years, I was giving it to you. And I'm sorry if I'm being mean, but you're cheap fucks.
Wow.
Yeah, you cheap fucks.
And exit.
I mean, you see what I'm saying, right? See how he just said, like, you had Pat Dixon, you had Kumia, you had fucking Bob and Bill and Matthew and Dave and George. Like, we're meant to know who these cunts are. I know who Kumia is. I've heard of Pat Dixon. I mean, all these other guys, it's like you're meant to be in the circle. Imagine being a new viewer coming to this. Mm-hmm. Like, how is a new viewer going to start watching this going, hey, this Gino Bisconti guy's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to sign up and be his member. You're not going to do that because it's boring sort of talking shop shit.
You get fucking people that are like, yeah, I can't afford it. I can't afford $5 a month, but I'll watch it for free. Don't do me any fucking favors.
I told you he gets worse. Like he's vindictive.
Yeah, he's really bitter.
Yeah, you can't afford $5 a month. You're a cheap fuck. Why would you watch this? And this is why he's got 100 viewers, maybe.
Do you think the money I'm making? Fucking doing this, fucking 4 days a week. Do you think if I just stopped and really fucking had the entire week to myself to work on other stuff and really explore the space, you think I'd miss what I'm making from everyone. Oh, it's a bargain now.
What? I mean, I'm lost for words almost. Like, he's sitting here talking about it like, oh my God, I'm doing you a service. I'm fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? He's a martyr. But like, no one's asking for this shit, Gino. Like, it shows in your numbers. And if you don't enjoy it, don't do it. If you can go somewhere else and focus on other things and make heaps better money, do it. Like, the attitude on this guy. Oh my God, I've got to sit here 4 days a week and slog it out for you motherfuckers. I love doing this. This is fantastic. I get to sit here with you and poke fun at stuff. It's funny. We laugh. It's good fun. It's excellent. It's a great way to be able to make money. But this guy, you cheap fucks. You cheap fucks. I'm giving you all this stuff for free. Yeah, you should be, Gino. And if they really appreciate it, maybe they'll donate. Or if you put on such a fucking good show that your numbers are just through the fucking roof, you might get some sponsors.
Open OnlyFans.
Yeah, open an OnlyFans, Gino.
Fucking, I love the Wednesday show where people come into my apartment.
Oh, now this last clip, this just fucking says it all. This says everything about Gino Bisconti and like his entitlement.
Fucking, I love the Wednesday show where people come into my apartment and drink whiskey with me because that's how you fight back against YouTube. It's like my own little content house, the contents of which are whiskey and drunks. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do.
No shit, Gino. That's my aspiration is to sit here with my mates and get pissed. That's what I want to do. That's my major goal. That's the goal I'm working towards. Now, if you haven't got $5 a month to fund that, you're a cheap cunt.
It's not a successful road to go down, being a drunk on YouTube. It never ends well.
Now, if you thought the first two were depressing, wait until you see this guy. This is Salari. Now, as I said, he's like from a different sphere. He's like a bread tuber, a lefty guy. And he just takes it to the next level. I couldn't believe what I was hearing when I saw this.
Oh, I'm excited now.
On a couple of occasions, I've had people who have an issue with me completely fabricate information about me, like telling people how they've looked into my history and found something that will end my career and how they'll post it on Reddit.
Well, that's not nice, but fucking, yeah, boo-hoo.
Yeah, welcome to the fucking internet.
Yeah, oh, people are saying nasty things about me. I mean, the amount of nasty shit people have said about me, it's just funny.
Yeah.
You've got to take it in your stride or you've got to find something else to do.
This isn't unique to me, but I've also had long-term supporters and people who support me on Patreon withdraw their pledges because they didn't agree with something I said in a video.
Yeah, so this is all to sort of set up what he says next. But I mean, yeah, that's kind of how it works.
That's how it works.
People were donating to me because they liked my videos, and then I started making videos that they didn't like, and for some reason, they're not throwing money at me.
Creators have access to exit surveys on Patreon where donors can state the reason why they're stopping, and on multiple occasions, I've had people say, sometimes in very cruel ways, how they're pulling their support because I've said something that they didn't entirely agree with. Some people also just stop enjoying your content.
Okay, it seems like he's starting to get it.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, okay, fair enough. Some people just stop enjoying your content. I'm not going to like keep giving you money. That's how it works. Good job.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. Or sometimes people just can't afford it anymore.
For smaller creators such as myself, Patreon income is extremely important. Not only is it the place where I can earn more than YouTube revenue, but it's far more stable and reliable than it. Even $1 donation is worth more than 1,000 views.
No, it's fucking not. 1,000 views? Really? What's your CPM, motherfucker? 1,000 views is worth a lot more than $1.
Yeah.
For people to use it as a means to ensure that the content you create caters to their tastes and opinions identically, and to threaten your livelihood if you step out of line, is frankly appalling. If I'm being more frank, holding someone's income hostage is also a form of financial abuse.
Whoa.
Hold on, buddy.
So you not donating to me anymore is financial abuse. You're abusing me. Wow. I mean, I wish I had something sort of funny or witty to say, but that's just fucked. That's just so fucking entitled.
Don't these people have someone around them that can tell them they're being fucking idiots and to stop treating YouTube like a therapy session?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm having thoughts. Where's the camera?
He got a fair bit of pushback from this video. So he did have his comments open, but then he paused them. You can do that now, apparently. You can pause comments.
That's a death sentence too, as a YouTuber.
You should know that when you're being explicit about this behavior, you're causing psychological harm to a human being.
Imagine turning on your camera and saying that, and then going into the editor and doing your edits, because he's put all this video together. There's like pan ins and pan outs and shit. There's cuts. Editing that, watching it back going, yeah, this is a good video.
Yes.
You are causing me psychological harm. That's just so fucking gay. Harmful Opinions made the point, right? He said, imagine the guy at your local shop, the corner shop, right? You stop going there to buy your milk in the morning, and he turns up at your house and he knocks on your door and he goes, excuse me, why are you psychologically harming me?
Yeah.
Why are you financially abusing me?
What is wrong with my milk?
It's just off the fucking charts cringe. And people have to stop this. You can ask for donations, that's fine. You can ask for donations, you can ask for support, you can ask for memberships, that's fine. No problem with that. But to take it to this level, especially that last guy, he's just off the charts gay. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. I'd been sort of like watching these people from the sides for a little bit, and 3 of them sort of just happened in like a short time. So I thought, oh, there's probably a video in that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Recession, give me better times, give me better times. Recession, give me better times, better times.